before the King of my heart. I will dance before the King of my heart. I am not ashamed to dance. He was never ashamed of me when he came to give his life for me. I will dance before the King of my heart. I will dance before the King of my heart. I am not ashamed to dance. He was never ashamed of me when he came to give his life for me. La 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 la.
I will sing before the love of my life. I will sing before the love of my life. I am not ashamed to sing. He was never ashamed of me when he came to pour his grace on me. I will sing before the love of my life. I will sing before the love of my life. I am not ashamed to sing. He was never ashamed of me when he came to pour his grace on me. Whoa, on the cross of Calvary, he lavished his love on me.
Nothing I
There's nothing I can give that will ever be enough.
Precious, perfect sacrifice. Hey, hey, I will dance before the King of my heart.
I will dance before the...
All right, a beautiful morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. It's 3 minutes past the hour of 10. Welcome to Nigeria's first real estate radio. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David, and this happens to be the very first edition of Gospel Inspiration. Yeah! I'm super excited to bring this show to you. Azali, thank you. God bless you. All right. The very first edition of Gospel Inspiration right here on Nigeria's first real estate radio. We are, yes, of course, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. How are you all doing? Hope you had a wonderful night rest, and as usual, I hope your day is going fine as planned. My name is David, and it is such an honor to come your way this beautiful Friday morning. Thank God it is Friday. Yeah. And this is one of my favorite songs from Pastor Nathaniel Bassi, who happens to be a youth pastor in what is it called now? RCCG Oasis. Yes, RCCG Oasis happens to be the youth church of RCCG King's Court, situated right here in the beautiful city of Lagos, Nigeria. I remember the first time I attended that church, my God. Hey, you know, there are some churches that you go to, you know that God is here. There are some churches you go to and you know that, yes, God is here. The AC, the ambience, the sound, everything. You'll be like, ah. So let's begin the show this morning. Yes, let's begin. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you can hear me live from. And also represent your church. If you're a church goer like me, I'd love to know, what church do you attend? Yes, what church do you attend? And tell me one thing you love about your church and one thing you love about your pastor. Okay, let's begin with that. Since it's the very first edition, I'm just going to encourage us. I have a few things I want to say. And then next week, we'll have a music minister in the studio with us. Yes, we'll have a guest next week, Wednesday. He happens to be a music minister. let me not let the cat out of the bag yet. Next week, we're going to meet him, and hopefully, by the special grace of God, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful session. It's going to be a beautiful session. So look out for next week edition of Gospel Inspiration. And do not forget, Gospel Inspiration from today henceforth will be coming your way every Friday morning, where we'll just come to enjoy gospel music, enjoy gospel words of encouragement, words that would inspire us, words that would bless our souls, and just moments where we just want to sit down and just be happy in the presence of God. Hallelujah, somebody. Yeah.
On Calvary, he lavished his love on me.
Do well to like, comment, and share. Do well to like, comment, and share, so that everyone around you would be part of this beautiful session this morning. I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button, and also dive into the comment section. Let me know where you were watching me from. Let me know what you are up to at this very moment. And like I said earlier, what church do you attend? Represent your church and tell me one thing you love about your church.
I've heard of your mighty deeds and powerful show of love towards me. Good, good shepherd, good lover. I join the angels to shout out your praise. Idima, Idima, oh yeah, never,
Now, I want to begin the show with the first thing I want to encourage us with this morning. I had a conversation with a friend some days ago, some weeks back, and we were talking about some things. It was a conversation that was on a group chat. I think they usually have it every week, probably every day in a week or something like that. And now someone was talking about Christmas celebration and the fact that Christ was not born on the 25th of December and all that. You know that conversation already. And the reason why I want to begin with this is, irrespective of what you believe, irrespective of your belief system, whether you believe in God, you do not believe in God, whether you believe in the Bible, you do not believe in the Bible, you believe in this, you do not believe in that, I've got to discover that people try to force their belief system on others. Many of you will remember there was a time where that the phrase was everywhere with the tithe and offering sermon. Now, I'm not here to talk about that, but the point I'm trying to make is, do not try to force your belief system on others. If you believe in tithe and offering, good for you. If you believe in prayers, if you believe in praying, there are people that if you believe in praying in tongues, you believe in the Holy Spirit, you believe this, you believe that, let it be to yourself. Rather than try to force your belief system on others, rather than look down on them, rather than insulting them using words that are demeaning, citing that the phrase as an example again, then he would use insultive words. You are trying to pass a message. You're trying to, there is a way you pass a message. There is a way you talk and people would listen to you. So rather than try to impose your belief system on all that, on others, why not live your life based on what you believe in? Live your life based on what you stand for. Live your life based on your standards for living. Live your life based on what you believe. and let the results of your belief system convince other rather than you trying to convince other. When you find yourself in a situation where you are trying to convince others, when you find yourself in a situation where you are trying to impose your belief system, where you are trying to say, oh no, it is not right, it is this, no. Irrespective of what you believe in, live your life based on your belief system, live on your life based on your standard, and let the results that it gives to you be the convincing power to others. When your light shines so bright, it will draw men onto you. You are not the one to draw men onto your light. Your light should draw men onto you. Your belief system, the result of your belief system, the result of the steps that you have taken for success, your result is what would and should draw men to you. So that is the first part of this morning conversation this morning. Do not impose your belief system on others. Be it right or wrong, do not impose your belief system on others. Let your results do the talking. Let your results do the attraction. Let your result bring people rather than you forcing and imposing yourself on people. Let's enjoy more of this beautiful sound from Judy K. Idima.
Good shepherd, good lover. I join the angels too.
The next thing I want to talk to us this morning is you must be intentional this year. I was coming to work this morning, heading to the studio this morning with a friend, and then I asked a question, did you pray this morning before leaving the house? And she said, no. Why? What happened? I was in a hurry, I rushed, and I was like, no, that's not an excuse. You have to be intentional. You have to take it serious. And then I cited an example of a colleague. We stayed together. He prays in the morning when he wakes up, and before stepping out of the house, he prays. That is 2 times in the morning. So what I'm trying to say is you have to be intentional, irrespective of your time schedule, irrespective of how busy you are. You must be intentional. And then she said something, and then after that little conversation, while we were walking towards where we bought vehicle heading to the office, she just took out that little time to just do prayer work. Let me put it that way. Said some prayer at that point. You see. And then she said something, I have to be intentional about my spiritual life this year. And that is what inspired this second point this morning. You have to be intentional this year. You must be intentional this year. You have to be intentional this year. Be intentional about your work. Be intentional about your finance. Be intentional about your goals. Be intentional about your aspirations. Be intentional about the future. Be intentional about your spiritual life. Be intentional about every facet of your life. Intentionality is what gives you the ability to take steps. When you are intentional, it takes away laziness, all right? It takes away procrastination. It takes away every form and anything that would stop you from, achieving your goals this year. So you have to be intentional. You must be intentional. I would wake up at 6 a.m. I would read my Bible. I would say my prayers. I would read a book at least 2 times in a chapter a day. I would do this. That is intentionality. And your intentionality would help you take steps towards achieving greater heights as far as 2024 is concerned. So you must be intentional as far as achieving goals and attaining greater height this year is concerned. Like they said, no grief for anybody this year. So no grief for laziness. No grief for laziness. So no grief for laziness this year. Try as much as possible to be intentional this year.
I got the go, so I don't need a rose, but I might push a phantom that's right off the lot. I know I'm serving the father of time, and that's whether I got on a paddock or not. Canada goose for the code, and they told me to count up my blessings. I counted a lot. Stashing my treasure in heaven where it'll get better and don't gotta weather the ride. Yeah, KD the second, that's rapper, that's reverend. They started with Jesus.
Somebody asked me, is that a gospel song? Yes, it is called one of my playlists on Spotify is named Holy Drill. So sometimes Because I'm usually conscious of the kind of songs I listen to. Sometimes I just want to listen to songs that would, all this gyration, all this kind of songs that has, those heavy beats and all that. So I look for the gospel version of it and I play it. So this is KB. The title of that song is King Jesus.
And we got the vision. People don't care you keep Christ in your Christmas if they cannot see that there's Christ in the Christian. You do the division, now give me some difference. The spirit of trolling is great, so I give them Paul, no logos and chains. They weather the storm, but my hands will be raised.
Long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, long.
A big shout out to the MD, CEO, P1 Plus, Professor, Dr. Ambassador Julius Oyedemi. Thank you very much, sir, for your support. Thank you very, very much, sir, for everything that you do and everything that you are to the P1 brand and also to everyone that works with you. A big appreciation to you and a big shout out to you.
The tribe undefeated, we keep it in season. Look, you gotta see it. The home of the free has got 10,000 reasons. No people for pleasing, no fraud of the treason. We really believe this pride.
The next thing I want to talk to you about this morning, the next thing I want to inspire you with this morning is for everything, every phase of your life is a process. Yes, every phase of your life is a process. Most of the times when I come to the studio to talk about some things, quite a number of things I've talked about on several shows, are actually inspired by conversations, articles on social media, So I get inspired by a number of things. So most of the things I've brought to several shows came as inspiration, probably from a discussion with somebody or scrolling the social media and just coming across things. So every phase of your life is a process. Now, this point was actually inspired by a conversation I had with a friend yesterday who is based in Abuja. We talk a lot. And then, she told me quite a number of stories, a number of unfavorable things that has happened to her in time past. And this is within the space. This is just some terrible things, if I should put it that way, that has happened to her. And I really felt bad. I really, really felt bad because there is no one in this life that deserves to go through any unfavorable condition. And during the course of that discussion, I said some things to her, and which I want to use that to inspire, to bless somebody this morning. Every phase of your life is a process, irrespective of what happens, irrespective of what happens, irrespective of what the experience may be. All right, be it good or bad, every phase of your life is a process. There is a place of glory. You should understand. There is a place of glory. I cited an example of Joseph, who was sold by his brothers, went to prison, was accused, went through a lot, and, ended up becoming the prime minister. And of your life is a process. Yes, every phase of your life is a process. Those are the stories that you would share at the end of your glory. Those are the stories you will share in your days of your glory. Now, you should not listen to anyone who doesn't have a story to share. You should not look at anyone as an example who doesn't have a scar to show. Your scar, your story is what would be of positive impact to a younger generation. I usually say this: if you never smoked before, you no go know how to advise person who don't smoke before. So your experience is what would help you. Your experience is what would be of inspiration to a younger generation. So when you see people going the wrong route, when you see people misbehaving, and you've been there before, you'll be able to talk to them. You will become an example. You will become a living testimony. So irrespective of what is going on right now, irrespective of the financial, the marital, irrespective of every and anything, you see, when it comes to going through the water, God says he will go with us, all right, so that the water will not drain you. But when it comes to going through the fire, he will be with us. So in other words, when it comes to water, he will go with us, so that if the water wants to drown you, he will help you come out of the water. But when it comes to fire, he will be there. So the fire will burn you. The gold you appreciate today went through the phase of firing, went through the phase of heat. serious hitting. All right. And then it becomes something that we all appreciate and all want to have. So when you are in that fire process, when you're in that fire phase of your life, God is with you. You need to know He is there with you. What does the fire does to you? What does the fire phase of your life? It prunes you. It refines you. It just like the gold, it burns. It brings out the best out of you. It brings the best out of you. All right. And you need to understand that God is there with you. He is there with you so that the fire will not consume you. But at the end of the day, you are refined. You are the best out of you is brought out. The best you are coming out of that fire phase of your life, the best. So for every experience, you must, number one, draw a lesson. There must be something that you've learned from every bad experience you go through in life, from every and anything that you experience in life. There must be something you learn. When you don't learn from your bad experience, you would recycle that process over and over again. You learn how to do things and how not to do things so that you don't recycle series or phases of sorrow anymore. So you must learn from every of your experience, good or bad. And then you must understand that it is a process, it is a phase that you would go through for a glory that is right before you. So do not give up. Do not give up. God is with you. All right. He is with you and willing to bring you out. Just reach out to Him. Just understand that He is there. He is there with you. Reach out, and He's willing to help you and ensure that you become a living testimony.
I'm going off and I don't plan to stop. KB and Dilly, yeah. How y'all this free with a head full of locks? I bring His will to the table. I'm never entangled. I giving you red table talk.
Yeah, KB and Dilly, we setting it off.
You do not forget you can be a part of the conversation via our WhatsApp platform and also the comment section. Yes, this morning also quickly, as I draw the curtain, I want you to know that God never fails. Yes, God never fails. He is not a man that should lie. Nor the son of man that should repent. All right, God never fails. I remember speaking with somebody, and the person said, and I've also heard this severally from several people. Oh, where was God when my mother died? Oh, where was God when this happened? Oh, where was God when that happened? Blah 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 blah, and all that. You see, He is God. He knows the beginning from the end, or will I say He knows the end from the beginning. God never fails, irrespective of what happens, irrespective of what you are saying. His hands are not too short to save you. His ears are not too small to hear you. His eyes are not too dim to see you, all right? So, yes, God never fails. That is what you should understand, irrespective of what happens. God never fails. So let us stop this blame game. You blame the country, you blame the economy, you blame the president, you blame. You cannot carry the blame and put you now put the blame on God, and God will be like, me. I would just imagine, you blame me. What did I do? Oh no, there is something we don't understand. All right. So when we take our time, when we spend more time with Him, when we spend more time in God's presence, we begin to understand so many things. You see, the carnal mind will not understand the things of the Spirit. All right. So the more we spend time in God's presence, the more we spend time in His Word, the more we spend time in prayers, in the place of prayers, worship, and all that, the more we understand the dealings of God, the more we understand how He works. You see? So when we find ourselves in a situation, oh yes, I understand we are humans, and that is why we are humans. That is why we are humans. So we are allowed. Excuse me, we are allowed to express our feelings. We are allowed to express our humanity. But at the same time, what am I trying to say? God never fails, irrespective of what it is. So we need to understand how God works. We need to understand the dealings and the workings of God. And this can be only possible when we spend more time with Him, when we spend time with Him every now and then. Let's enjoy this very one that I love so much from Nathaniel Bassey, Like a Symphony. And then I'll take a quick break and I'll be right back.
For no other one, but the one like a symphony, yeah. Like a symphony. Only
Yes, Yahweh, the Most High God, like a symphony, beautiful one there from Natania Bassi. Yes, welcome. If you've just joined, this is Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. We are Nigeria's first real estate radio, and today happens to be the very first edition of Gospel Inspiration. Yes, it will come your way every Friday morning by 10 a.m. All right. Yes, I've told you that your belief system is something that should not be enforced on anyone. Yes, irrespective of what you believe in. Yes, let the result of your belief system convince others rather than you trying to convince others, irrespective of what you believe in. I've also told you, you must be intentional this year. You must be intentional this year. And I've also said to you this morning that God never fails, irrespective of the situation. God never fails. We need to understand the dealings of God. And we know God, the more we understand Him, the more we understand His ways, because His ways are not the ways of man. We understand Him the more when we spend more time with Him in the place of prayer and also in the Word. And I've also told you this morning that every phase of your life is a process. You must learn from it, and you must also understand that yes, it is a process. It is a story, and that you would share in the days of your glory. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Yes, we'll be back again by 4 p.m. It has been a wonderful time. Trust me, I had a nice time, yes, in the studio, and I'm sure you also had a nice time too. Let's keep the conversation going even after the end of this session. Let's keep the conversation going even after the end of this session. Thank you very much, and see you again by 4 p.m. With this, I'll draw the curtain here and say, see you again next week, Friday, as we meet on another edition of Gospel Inspiration. Yes, least I forgot. I just remembered. Gospel Inspiration is open to every one of you out there. You want to have your songs on our playlist. You want your songs to be featured on our program. Yes, you can feel free to reach out to us. Reach out to us via our WhatsApp number. It's on the screen. You want your song to be played on our program, you can reach out to us. You have an event coming up. You want to leverage on this platform to let everyone become aware of it. You can also reach out to us and talk to us. A gospel program, a prayer program, whichever event you want whichever event that is coming up and you want to leverage on this platform to create more awareness about it, feel free to reach out to us. God bless you all.
Ekene m ụnụ ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo ma ndị nọ Lagos ugwu Awụsa ebe ọ nọ ọsọ ya aga ogo nọdụ onye Igbo gwa ka nna agwa ugo abawokwa na mgbagbu ejikwa ebe a na-agba na ntị agba n'anya ịpụkwa ebe na-eme n'obodo oyibo onwezikwa ebe batara anyị ọkwa ife na-eme na Lagos a nọ na-ewu ndị nwa ebu katapila ga akwadisi ebe anyị na-asụ akwadisi ebe anyị bi si na na anyị mee nke ọzọ na-ekwenu esteti n'anya Billionaire Island. One Africa, where the CEO ever very common man, very simple person in nature. Yeah, but number one, it's all good property in Asaba. It's all the best. It's all been an estate. Every year we go boy Jerawola. Just where is the Matande Billionaire Island? I've been to celebrity navy. You've been to organize. Ebe ndị chọrọ ibe dị mma anadị mma ọkwa ije were ego inye ụmụaka echi niile m na-eje kọt na-esi na kọt edebekwa na ndị ogbe batara na nke a ji mee nke eji ogbe nekwe na ya kịta esteti the best lucrative estate. No more will below Michelin.
Yes.
A celebrity
Number
organizer.
one.
It was the go genuine land. Yeah, one. No, young way back. It's the most simplest land merchant. Baron Enwelu, the most humble, genuine, sincere.
Yes, so that's the man.
Oh, I want to B1 plus.
Owners of Cedarwood Estates.
Cedarwood Estates.
Cedarwood, yes, yes.
So, undi Igbo unu ka nna igwa. Ụmụnne m ndị Igbo unu ka nna agwa nwa ozi ka m ga-esokwu ụlọ ọzọ ka iri otu a. Eje amasịrị ụnụ asị. Ọmụ a wobilo Michelin.
Thank you so much.
So, biko menụ ka unu bịa wetebe ego ka unu goro ana. Ọ dịkwa very cheap kịta. Abaghị ụdị ịkpọ price ya na media. Mana anyị buturu ihe ka common people wee nwee ike goro ya. Ibe ji baa ya millionaire estate bụ onye ọbụla bi ebe a ọ bụ dị bugoro low class, middle class na-ataget is a spiritual name.
Yes.
Millionaire ogbe ya ma ebi here. I nwere ike ịbụ ogbe tata maka echi kwen echi ga na-ekwuzi ebe anyị egwego ebe a bụ igo a na ebe a Chineke onwe ebe ga-egbochi gị abụghị millionaire n'ụwa n'aha Jizọs. Ihe ọra mume ego ka ị ghara ịbụ millionaire na anyị na-ekpochapụ ya. Igo a na ebe a. So igo ha na ebe a n'aka ndị B1 plus na billionaire estate. Mind you do question. I'm telling you the truth. Ọbụghị maka marketing ka na-ekwu. I'm not mụnwa na onwe m nwekwuru. Abụkwu m partner pa.
Although people don't buy.
So ibe ndị agwa ụnụ bịaba ego ana. Ekelekwe m ụnụ. Ekele m ụnụ. Daalụ. Ọ ga-adịrị Igbo mma.
B1 Plus, making home ownership a reality.